we have decided to do meat birds this year. We did a few last year.
Right.
I don't remember what a few was. 20?
12.
12. I never get the right number. I mean, they're going to figure this out by now. I'm going to guess, and it's going to be wrong.
We did 12 birds last year, and they lasted about 6 months for us. And so we're going to do 24 this year and try to get a year supply of birds. We don't take our birds to market, to the farmer's market or anything. It's just for our own use. So.
Yep. So he's going to just show us real quick what the setup is going to be when we get these baby chicks, which is when are we getting them?
Hopefully tomorrow.
Oh yeah, on your way home from work, picking them up from Tractor Supply?
No, Family Center.
Family Center, okay.
Well, so when we get our chicks, we're going to put them in a brooder. And so this is our chick brooder. And inside here, we have our big water, and I haven't filled it up yet. And then I add this chicken elixir to their water. I don't do any of those electrolyte things or the probiotics or any of that kind of stuff. This is just a water additive that supports digestive health. And it's just basically essential oils and things like that in there. So it's like all natural stuff. Because one thing we learned was that the antibiotics that they give them in the electrolyte mix will destroy their gut biome. And then they'll have, I mean, it's not going to kill them or anything. It's just they're not going to be as healthy in the future when they're actual hens, because they have to rebuild all of that. So we try not to do any of that stuff. The store we pick them up from, they don't do additives into their feed or their elixirs, because there's a lot of people around here that purposely do organic, and they don't do that. And so they treat their customers right by starting off the chicks right, so we can choose if we want to do medicated or not. So that's their water.
Cool.
And when you first get them, we'll dip their beaks in there so they know where their water source is. And then this is actually a baby pig feeder, but it has an adjustable door that allows the amount of feed to go down there. And so I can open it up for more feed or shrink it down. And then I can fill it up, and it holds like 2 pounds of feed, which is like 3 or 4 days worth of feed for the Cornish cross chicks. And then that water is, gosh, I want to say it was,
looks like a 3/4 gallon.
well, I was gonna say a half gallon, I think. I mean, yeah, it's a half gallon because it's 8 cups. It's 7 or 8 cups. It doesn't say anywhere on there.
Of course not.
It might say liters, like 2 liters. But anyway, so it's like 3 or 4 days of water, 3 or 4 days of food. And then this big black thing, that's a heater. And it's adjustable, it goes up and down, and it just has, heating elements in there. And so it's not a heat bulb. And the reason we don't use heat bulbs is because if they ever fall down and they land in this bedding, they'll start fires. And that's a common thing that people try to say is don't use those heat lamps for your chicks or your chickens in the wintertime, because they fall down often and they burn down chicken coops regularly.
Yeah, we're not looking to do that.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
But yeah, so tomorrow, hopefully we get our chicks, and we'll put 24 in here, and they'll be in here for a week or 2.
Okay.
And then they'll move to their actual, we have chicken tractor, and we're gonna have a chicken run this year for our meat birds and see how that goes. Yeah, we'll see the difference between those two. It'll be a fun experiment.
Cool.
Between that stuff, and then it's about 6 weeks, and then they're ready. So it's a quick turnaround on those.
Okay, Brent just got home and he finally found the chicks, which is great. He went to our local store
Come on.
yesterday, and they didn't have any meat birds, which was a bummer. So they're in the truck. Okay.
Well, we'll get them over there, and we'll open them up over there.
Where are you going?
Bye, see ya.
But Buggy, these are the chicks in the boxes. Can you hear that? Listen.
And the bottom, be careful with the bottom. All right, buddy, time to go.
Heavy.
Yeah, there's 8 of them in there. Come on, buddy, let's go see the baby chicks. I don't have hands, so I'll come back and get them.
Come on, Bug. Hi, buddy. We got chickies. Chicks.
So I'm gonna check the temperature under their heat plate. And if it's not warm enough, I'm gonna go ahead and put that heat lamp on there because it's supposed to be. He wanted to be like 99 degrees.
So is it not working?
It's working, it's just, it hasn't been there long enough to really warm it up. So I'll go ahead and give it a heat lamp for now.
We have it. Mommy, Mommy, he happened. Mommy,
So it's definitely warmer
Mommy,
under the heat plate.
happened. See?
And the chickens themselves,
Chicken.
they're up to 80 degrees, so there's so many of them. They'll keep each other warm and it'll help. All right, buddy.
So you got food set up,
Yeah.
water. Look.
Yeah.
Gentle, gentle.
Okay.
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 So we take them. I'm going to dip their beak in the water, and now they know where water is.
He happened.
Man, these are big from the
Those
store.
are really big.
And big.
That's like twice the size of what we normally would see.
They're probably a week old already, which is 1 week less of us feeding them, so
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah. Got them from a different store.
I did.
That's not as popular, I guess, for baby chicks because they're a little more expensive. But since they're so much bigger, I think I'm money ahead since I didn't have to feed them for that whole week.
There you go.
Even.
Yeah, Sonny's like, more animals to take care of? Yeah, buddy. So how many did we get?
24.
24. And we're projecting how many pounds per bird?
Probably 5 pounds of meat per bird. Last year, we let them go for 8 weeks, which is kind of the max that you want to let them go. And we got 7 pounds of meat per bird. So we're gonna do a little bit less. And I think it'll make happier birds because they just get so big they can't even really walk around. And once they get to that point, that's when I'm like, okay, they're done. Now they're no longer happy chickens. They're kind of getting miserable, so we don't want that. This time I think we'll go even before that stage.
Hey, Caleb, can Daddy put you down? Because he's grunting pretty hard.
I am not. I'm holding my breath a lot, but
Yeah. I can't get the camera far out, but, like, you're in the most awkward position.
all right, buddy.
Go much faster if he's just chilling out. Ooh, ooh.
Money.
You were
You're
ready to fall over, weren't you?
Well, I think you said I'm muddy.
Oh, muddy. Okay.
Yeah, that's what we don't want.
That is...
It's pine shavings.
Yeah, that's the bed for the little chickies.
Yes, that's something. When you do your shavings for your chicks, you cannot use cedar shavings.
You want to give a
Because-
little bit to the chicks? Okay,
A lot of
just
times
a little.
cedar's dusty and things like that, and it gets in the
Too short.
gets in their nostrils.
Good
and
job.
in their lungs.
One more and then all done, okay? Let Daddy help you. Good job. All done. Thank you.
But so last year we let them go for 8 weeks, and I know how much food that took for 12 birds for 8 weeks, and how many pounds of meat we got, so I can do a cost per pound of meat. So if I do it less weeks this time, be able to do the math and see if it's more efficient. Because at some point they just start eating a lot of food and they don't grow any bigger. And so trying to find that sweet spot of they're done growing, but we're not just feeding them to keep them.
Yeah. Now, do we care if these are boys or girls? Or...
No, typically on the Cornish crosses, they do straight runs, which means they don't sex them. It's a mix. It's whatever it is.
So there's boys in there and girls in there. We don't care.
Most
Basically.
likely.
And they're not going to lay any eggs?
No, they don't lay eggs. They're actually infertile.
Oh.
Because of how many times they've crossed the birds. I'm pretty sure they're infertile. And that's why, like they grow, they're not necessarily natural. The crossing of them is a natural process. They're not, made in a lab. They're so far away from their original breeds to get them to grow as fast as they can that genetically it's just really hard for them. I think it's a cross of 5 different birds to get to this point.
Mommy.
I'm trying to shoot the ground.
Mommy.
Hold on, buddy. My hands are full.
So looks like we're bouncing around between 80 and 75. I want to get to 99. They're a little older, so I probably don't need to necessarily worry about 99 degrees. And then they're going to gather together pretty close when they go to sleep, and so their body heat will share. And yeah, it's 92 now, right where they're at. And then the test will be, right now they're kind of cold, so they're getting close to the light. Oh, there's some under there already. And if it gets too hot, they'll start to spread around, and you'll have a donut of chicks around your light on the edges. And so that's a way to tell without having a thermometer.
What's this?
So.
I don't know what that is, buddy.
It's a fishing rod holder.
There you go, fishing rod holder.
All right, there you go. Happy chicks.
All right.
And that's the unboxing of the chicks.
So we'll need to water them every day?
No,
I think
you just
that'll-
watch probably every 2 or 3 days for how many chicks are in there.
And
And they're-
hopefully they all live.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hold on, buddy.
There you go.
All right. Say bye-bye to chickies.
Bye-bye, Chicky. Well, Chicky.
Bye, guys. We'll check on them in a few days. And
Check,
now.
check.